Should be good. Oh, hey. Real quick, just had a pop-up storm come off the Front Range, and it's got a tornado, or it did have a tornado possible tag on it. Now it's down to a special weather statement, but it does look like it's still got hail, wind, all that stuff in it. But I'm gonna go ahead and point it to the front, and this is gonna be my shortest stream ever. What's up, guys? Just a regular mom, Paige, Tammy. Great to see everybody here. This is going to be a very, very, very short stream. This storm literally just popped up 20-30 minutes ago. Came off the Front Range, and it immediately got a tornado possible tag out as it came off the Front Range. So just want to check it out. Just want to bring you guys along, because there really isn't anything else weather related going on today other than the tsunami, which different type of weather, I guess. I don't even really think it's weather, it's seismology, but still, not a whole lot of big storm systems today, but there's a marginal risk for severe thunderstorms here in central Colorado. I'm in my current hometown of Colorado Springs. OG hometown is Baltimore, but it's been a long time. So, hometown Colorado Springs. This storm is bearing down on us. It's going to go right overhead where I live, which is just up the street a bit. But yeah, we're just going to do a really quick stream of this, and I'm going to get to a spot where we have kind of a view of it coming in. Oops. Yeah, there's the storm. Not really seeing anything on it that screams, hey, tornado possible, but mostly because this is a very high base storm. I'm gonna sit in this parking lot over here to the right, because I think I'll have a decent view of it. Oh shoot, you know what? No, I wanted to go out to where the police station is. My mistake. Oh, and that was an illegal turn. Damn, I need to stop doing that. I turned back out because I wanted to go to where the police station is. Just popped up in my head that that's actually a really decent viewing location. Yes. Oh, no. Damn it. Hit the curb. Just bought it in Texas. Nice. Good for you, dude. Yeah, lots of scary looking clouds, but right now it's looking rather high based, which is not good for tornado development. It can still happen. I've seen it happen, 15,000-16,000 feet up, but it just takes a lot more oomph just to make that happen. Yeah, I don't anticipate being live very long. This is going to be a very, very quick stream. front panel in the shot. Yeah, I'm right in front of the police station, but I don't think I can park here. Can I go in here? Looks like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like much of anything. Like there's... Oh, it's more so over there. That's why. Damn, I don't know. Where do I go for this? Hook-like appendage on it. It's kind of weird shaped. But it does have rotating winds on it, so I'm not totally giving up hope on it. But it's right in front of us. So, what do I do? Where do I go? Stratmore? It's hard to tell. You know, I never anticipated chasing where I live, so I've never really like planned for it. I don't really even know where to go. I'm gonna Google it. Places with a good view. Places with a view of the mountains. Costs. Oh, I don't want to go. Okay, never mind. It's telling me to go to Pikes Peak. That's not happening. It's the last place I want to take my car when there's a thunderstorm coming. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna go to a different spot because this just ain't cutting it for me. I'm gonna go to the Taco Hell parking lot. No, that's not a good view either. I just need a stronger view to the left. To my west. Oh, well, I can't even fucking turn left here anyway. I'm just gonna cut through here. And you can't cut through here. What the fuck? Sorry, I don't even know my own town like this. Like, sorry for the F-bomb. I'm really working on that. You guys are seeing my worst driving right now. It's freaking potholes. there's a place to pull over right here, because that's a heck of a view. I'm going to turn left here and see if I can head for higher ground. Look at it on radar. I don't know, it's on the back end of it, which is weird. Hey Christy, great to see you. What's going on, Noodles? Peter? I was not expecting to go live, but Paige, I was on the phone with Paige, and she was like, you have a severe thunderstorm warning near you. And I go and look at it. It just so happens to have a tornado possible tag on it. It's been downgraded to a special weather statement now, because I'm sure the winds are not severe enough. They're below, what, 58 miles per hour, which is the correct, or 59, whatever is the criteria for a severe storm. And the hail is below an inch. But just wanted to check out this storm real quick, and I wanted to bring you guys along, because anytime there's a tornado possible tag here, you have to take it seriously, because it'll spit out all kinds of funnel clouds. Sometimes that'll even touch the ground. We'll get these really wispy noodles, which I've been wanting to catch one near town. I don't want to see it in town, but some of the photographs I've seen from July, we had a lot of funnel clouds in the area, especially early July. But as we push more into August, we do get a second breath of tornado season. And that's being made evident on NIU's supercell composite, long range supercell composite for this week and next. There should be plenty of opportunities to storm chase coming up. Now, we're probably going to hit a lull for the next 6 or 7 days, but after that, we're probably going to get a second breath, or a third breath rather, because we've had a pretty potent late season. So we had this marginal risk today. Just kind of enabled this to happen. I'm just gonna pull over into this parking lot real quick, because I do have a pretty solid view of this. Oh, caught that. But no, we will have opportunities coming up. NIU long range is definitely hinting at a stronger, or not stronger, a more active week 2. Paige is going to be visiting the first couple of weeks of August, so hopefully we can get her on a chase. is not a whale's mouth up there. This is a very high base storm. I don't really see a mesocyclone setting up anywhere. But this is just a flat high base right now. I mean, maybe over there a little bit, but that does appear to be a little bit lower. I'm gonna angle my car a little bit so you guys can get a better view of the front range with this. That peak over there on the left-hand side was there's a bunch of radio towers up there. Hold on, let me see if I zoom in a little bit, if you guys can see it. But up there where the radio towers are in the middle of that peak, that's where I saw the ground the cloud lightning a couple weeks ago. Saw it on 3 different instances, so I know I wasn't hallucinating, but that's the first time I've ever witnessed ground the cloud lightning in person. It's always been photos, always been somebody else's shots. So it was definitely cool to see. All 3 of them originated from the same radio tower too, which was wild. Not really a whole lot of stir in this. And actually the area of rotation would be back there, and that's high based. So I don't think that, I don't know. I don't think that this storm really is gonna do much of anything. There's a severe warning on the north side, but I don't think that is even rotating. Just quarter size hail. Yeah, no, Colorado could definitely spin something up at a moment's notice. Like, if not a full-on tornado, we could easily get a landspout even this close to the Front Range. Actually, when I lived in Westminster, there was a landspout that was reported in Broomfield, which is the next city to the north. Which I missed it by just a couple minutes. Every time I open up the radar in Colorado, it's like I've missed a funnel cloud, I've missed a landspout, I've missed a brief spin-up tornado. Like, you have to stay glued to the radar if you're living in Colorado. Like, honestly, I'm eyeballing the Scud up front here. If that starts getting lifted up into the cloud base, then we probably have something to look at. But as of right now, it's just a big blobby mess on radar. When I first opened the radar and looked at it, it definitely had that solid hook shape and whatnot. It's hard to tell if that was just just because of the ongoing merger, or if that was an actual hook that had formed. Either way, like, as soon as I saw that, I created the stream, and 15 minutes later, here we are. Not really seeing any motion in this. Like this cloud base here is probably 14,000 feet, which is kind of the upper end for. You don't really see tornadoes form at much higher altitudes. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I've heard reports of tornadoes dropping from 17,000 foot cloud bases, but it takes a very, very strong updraft. But this is 14,000 feet, so maybe. Got some gusty winds coming in right now. Matter of fact, I have my pocket anemometer. I'll tell you how strong these winds are. Just had a 21.9 mile per hour wind gust. It's consistently going at, oh, that was 25 miles per hour. But you kind of have a constant breeze of, it's like 8 to 15 miles per hour. And then you get these stronger gusts of 20 to 30 miles per hour. That humming noise you hear is my anemometer. It almost sounds like a drone. But the strongest gust I got there was 28.9 miles per hour. So we're getting sustained winds of 5 to 15 miles per hour, and then gusts of 20 to 30 miles per hour. So it's not a severe windstorm. Gonna look at the differential phase to see if there's still a hail core to it. There's little pockets of hail, but it looks small. Like, we're probably talking like quarters up to the north side of the storm, and then probably nickels and dimes out ahead of me. Sorry, I keep this going now. I forgot to do the Rain-X. My bad, guys. Been a little lazy lately. Now, I was sick for a while. Missed a lot of good chases because I was sick. And now I'm back to 100%. And of course, by the time I get back to 100%, there's a lull. So, other than today and possibly tomorrow, since there's another marginal risk here tomorrow, there's probably not going to be a lot of chase days over the next week. It's getting into boring season. This is my least favorite time of the year, though we do get the occasional storms that spin something up, especially in northeastern Colorado. Typically in that I-70 to I-76 corridor. Oh no! What? No, that's just. I thought it was rotating there for a second, but it's not. I can't tell if that northern bit is just a separate cell. It's kind of got, an embedded supercell shape to it up north. I think it is going to split apart, but I don't know. Severe thunderstorm has been where? There's a severe warning that was just issued somewhere. It just hasn't shown up on my radar scope yet. Let me put my spotter dot on. But I'm literally just in Colorado Springs. Haven't gone far from my house yet. I'm just like 2 miles away from it. I also will not be going out into the rain at all. I need to keep my hair dry for at least 2 more days. I just got a keratin treatment yesterday. Freddie's been talking a lot about cutting his hair, and figured I'd get similar hairstyle. Oh, it's to the north. Okay, thank you. Just east of Monument. Okay, so that's just hail again, quarter-size hail. I feel like I should drop south towards Fountain, though. The north side of it is visually high-based. Here, let me... Here, I'm gonna... Okay, that's probably not a great idea, because of all the rain on the window, but yeah. No, there's another mount over there. And I'm gonna put a mount on my window for the next big chase. That way I don't have to keep holding you guys, and you guys can just see what's going on unabated. So you know, a lot of times I'll be driving and I can't really focus on holding the streaming camera or streaming phone, so I'll just change mounts. I don't really see anything here that's interesting at all. There's a flash flood warning for us now. I say that an inch to an inch and a half has fallen. The rainfall rate is 2 to 3 inches per hour. I was was not expecting that. Probably push a little further south here in a sec. Oh boy, here we go. Getting into a heavier bit. There's really no way over to where the interesting part of the storm is sitting, which is down that way. But it's on the other side of the front range. The problem is that part of the storm is heading further and further away from the highway. Yeah, we do get some amazing lightning storms. This is true. I am not in an area that would be experiencing flash flooding. I know Manitou Springs a couple weeks ago had some pretty drastic runoff from the mountains. They had a kind of a minor mudslide, but just a bunch of muddy water came down from the mountains, and I think they had like 2 or 3 inches of standing water on the ground for a little bit. Oh, there's little hail in this. It's got some baby hail. Not bad. I still don't have a visual of that southern bit that's cranking. Yep, there's that flash flood warning. Yeah, that northern bit is falling apart. Oh yeah, here's the hail. Yes. A little baby hail, but plenty of it. It's little pea-sized hail. It's barely anything. I wouldn't even call those dimes. It's very small hail, but a lot of it coming down, which is so cool. That's dope. Still not up to dime size. It's still pea sized. The statement does say it's for nickel sized hail, so it's definitely a possibility, but I think the stronger hail core is to the north, where the now severe thunderstorm warning is for quarters. But it looks like that part of the storm is raining itself out. Oh, I'm getting this weird rubber banding. Still haven't figured out that issue. My bad, guys. How do I turn autofocus off? I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out at another time, but sorry for the autofocus, guys. Wow. That is quite the downpour. Oh, it's really coming down now. Alright, we do have some dimes mixed in now. Still very small hail. Nothing that's gonna do much to the windshield or anything, but still pretty wild. There's a lot of it coming down right now. Now my concern here is, like, with the rate that rainfall is coming down right now, I'm kind of at the top of the hill, but my way back is downhill, so that's where you're gonna see your streaming and your runoff. Towards the bottom of that hill is where it's gonna start pooling up a little bit, but I mean, we're at such a high elevation that it's gonna eventually recede. Colorado Springs is at an elevation of over 6,000 feet above sea level. A lot of people don't know this. Denver is the Mile High City, but Colorado Springs is about 1,000 feet higher than Denver is. Oh, Iowa's getting a breather right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to check that NIU long range real quick. Iowa doesn't really have a whole lot of supercell potential until mid-August. Looks like the NIU is hinting that August 13th and 19th is going to be really big between Montana and Minnesota, all northern plains. But the next couple of weeks, we should have some action here in Colorado, Nebraska, which is done. Nebraska has treated me very well this year. I literally had. Whoa! That struck a peak. My best chase ever was in Nebraska, and that was this year. I've been storm chasing for 11 years, and April 27th is hands down my best ever chase. Seeing 9 tornadoes in the same storm. I've only had one other day like that, and that was Lamar, Colorado in 2022. I had 2021 rather. I had a cyclical supercell that put down 7 tornadoes right in front of me. But this is a few years before I started streaming, so I don't really have a whole lot of that. Or I don't have any of that footage anymore, really. That was before I got all my GoPros and before I started streaming, so not a lot of record to that. That chase was just for me. And the day before, I had a land spout form like literally right in front of me. Like I was a quarter of a mile away from it when it started, and I was able to sit like right at the base of it. But Colorado has done right by me too. I've seen a handful of tornadoes here this year too. Something that I'm considering for the future is to possibly move to the Missouri area, like southwest or western Missouri. I want to be in a place to where all of these setups are drivable in a day. Like, Missouri, Nebraska, something like that. Like, something smack dab in the middle of everything, so that I have an opportunity to chase everything. Because living in Colorado, I've been more on a part-time basis, just because, after work, sometimes I'll have something to chase, but most times it's going to be well beyond my range to have any daylight to view the thing. But at least in Missouri or Nebraska, like eastern Nebraska, western Iowa area, you have a greater probability, especially in the spring, of catching a decent setup after work. All right. I try not to use my wipers as much because I got this insane little autofocus thing going right now. I need to figure out how to get rid of autofocus on here. Because if I can get rid of the autofocus, then I can get rid of the rubber banding too. I think it's one and the same. Come on. Is it just tap screen to focus? Video stabilization. I hit tap screen to focus, that should do it, right? Oh. Let me see about that storm too. I haven't looked at radar for a few minutes. Yeah, honestly, this does not look good at all. Yeah, it's pretty much all outflow now. It had a chance for a bit, but I don't think that it will do the thing. Excuse me. Gotcha. Oh, I did the video stabilization thing too. Just standard stabilization. So hopefully that helps. But yeah, I didn't really have high expectations for this, but the fact that severe thunderstorm came off of the front range and was rotating at the time was reason enough to go ahead and do this. I'll let some of this rain fall, and then I'm gonna head back towards my place. Actually, yeah, the cluster up north is definitely weakening. This is gonna rain itself out, and this is gonna be done. No. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can't have. Okay, music is off. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's useful. Hopefully that fixes the rubber banding effect. Tornado warning in Pueblo. What? That's not Pueblo, dude. That's that is like way west of Colorado City. Wow. Canyon City. Cannon City. Oh, yeah, that's no, that's Silver Cliff. So this is a confirmed tornado. Wow. What? That looks like nothing on radar. That is definitely beyond the Front Range. That's up in the mountains. Like, that would probably take me an hour and a half to get to. Let's see. Here, I'm just gonna key it in for shits and gigs. Silver Cliff. An hour and a half exactly. By the time I got out there, it would be well south. Because that thing is drifting southward. I don't think there's any way for me to catch that. But yeah, I don't know. It looks like this is latched to a boundary. Yeah. No, there's no way. Walsenburg is a long drive. There's no way that that's still going to be producing at that point. Hill City, Kansas. Eastern Kansas has a couple of severe storms going. Yeah, a little seahorse to the east of Wichita. Another little seahorse in Madison. But yeah, no, they reported a tornado. There were two separate reports out of Silver Cliff that reported a tornado on the ground. So crazy, like you do not have radar to back you up on that. Let me show you real quick. This is essentially, here, let me put it at 0.5 so it's not so blurry, but this is essentially the tornado warning. It doesn't look like anything on radar. You can't really make out a hook. You can't even tell that there's a rotating couplet there, other than this little bit of wind that's going towards the radar. But there are two tornado reports on it. These both read out tornado. CU-41 called in and could see a tornado on the ground looking east-southeast from her location. So it's not that tornadoes do happen up in the mountains. It's just very hard to tell when they're occurring because the radar does not have a great visual of that storm because of the obstructions of the mountains. And two, the only way to really tell if there's an ongoing tornado is by seeing it. VFR only. But I'm gonna focus a little bit more on this, but it looks like, yeah, there's an outflow boundary that's leaving this storm now, so I think this is cooked. You know, as they like to say on other streams, the fries are in the bag. Yeah, this is just turned into a flash flooding concern. But the hail on this is just getting smaller and smaller. Oh, that is so much better. That actually really cleared up the picture. Still, the depth perception is a little off. Oh, that's stuff I can toy with at home when I'm not streaming. All right, where to next? I really don't anticipate this storm doing much of anything, but the special weather statement does say these storms may intensify, so, you know, somebody's seeing something that I'm not. The tornado warning has expired, by the way. You definitely see the opposing winds. It just reads very weak on radar. You need to set the radar to a higher degree and take a look at the mid levels. Like tilt 3. Tilt 3, you can definitely tell that storm is rotating in the mid-levels. You definitely see where that residual bit of rotation is. Oh yeah. Tilt 3 definitely shows that couplet. You can definitely tell that there was a tornado there. It was brief. Looks like it was maybe on the ground for 3 or 4 minutes. And this is tilt 4, by the way, on, hold on, let me zoom out. This is tilt 4. You can tell, like, here, actually, let me draw it. Here, You can tell Tilt 4 definitely shows that couplet, at least briefly. So that actually does coincide with where those reports are, because they did state that the reports were to the southeast. But this is Tilt 4 on velocity. That's basically showing the mid to upper levels of the storm. Tilt 4 on reflectivity doesn't help. Tilt 3 doesn't help. The reflectivity doesn't show much, but the velocity scan at Tilt 4 is speaking volumes. I'm going to switch that back to Tilt 1, since the storm I'm looking at is, well, literally right over me and doesn't have any obstructions from the mountains. But yeah, I'm going to show you guys real quick the problem I'm seeing with this storm. The problem I'm seeing with this storm is there's an outflow boundary that's shooting out well beyond the storm. There's nothing really latched to it. On this last frame, I'll highlight it for you. You got this like horseshoe shape out here, these little blips in reflectivity, the little green ring. Basically that's getting further and further away from the storm, so this storm is going to eventually just rain itself out. That's just an outflow boundary, which further downstream could encourage storm development. And if you get a storm that actually latches to one of these boundaries, it can become a full-on supercell and produce tornadoes. Right now, this storm is not latching. It's falling well behind this boundary. There's a storm to the south that looks like it's kind of on it, but those storms that are heading towards Cannon City, but I think that the outflow boundary is going to outrace those storms as well. Yeah. Got a little stream in today. Had a decent storm. It had a tornado possible tag on it when I first went live, but quickly started raining itself out, and now it's this big blob that's gone outflow dominant. But it did have a pretty tight couplet for at least 10-15 minutes. My expectations were low today. I actually did not anticipate getting out and chasing today, because it was a marginal risk today, but tornado probabilities were in the gutter today. So I think NATOcast gave the area 0.1%, and there was actually a tornado like well beyond the Front Range in the mountains just about 25 minutes ago. But yeah, but I think I'm just gonna wrap. Honestly, wasn't expecting to go live today. It was nice to have the opportunity. Keeping an eye on the weather tomorrow, because we do have another marginal risk for the Colorado area. definitely gonna be glued to the radar for the next 24 hours. And if there's an opportunity to go chase something else that's tornado warned, then we'll go ahead and do that. Or if there's any potential for tornadoes. Sorry, I'm really out of it today. I did not prepare myself at all for this, but but guys, thank you all for joining. I really appreciate every last one of you. You know, without you, there wouldn't be a channel. So thank you all so much. And again, I'm going to stay glued to the weather for the next 24 hours just in case there's another opportunity to stream. Otherwise, we're probably looking at like 5 or 6 days from now is when we're going to have our next opportunity to chase. So guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and look forward to catching up with you again soon. Peace.